guys, today I'm just going to show you how I do a large water change in my 2.5 gallon Betta tank. So here's my tank from the top. I have a filter and a heater in this tank. Also a silk plant and 2 real plants. The Anubias and the moss ball. So I'm just going to start by unplugging the heater and the filter, and I'm actually going to leave it sitting for about 15 minutes so the heater can cool down. Now I'm going to cut my fish because it is a large water change and I have to take the water down so far. I take him out and put him aside. I also do 50% water changes, and when I do that, I do just leave him in the tank. You want to make sure you put your lid on so your fish doesn't jump out. Okay, so now that I've given my heater a chance to cool down, I get my stuff together. You need water conditioner and anything else you might want to add, a siphon and a bucket that is specifically for your fish tank only. I'm going to grab the Marimo moss ball and squeeze out all of the yucky stuff in the old tank water. And I'm just going to put it aside. When I'm done with it, you can see like all this stuff coming out. It's making the water cloudy. Then I grab my siphon, and I have one with a pump, so I just squeeze it a handful of times to get the flow going. You want to make sure your bucket is below your tank so that your siphon works properly. So I'm just going to go through and vacuum the gravel to get out any fish poo or uneaten food that might be under there. And you want to shake your siphon a bit so that the gravel doesn't get all clogged up inside of your siphon tube, which is what happens to me in a little bit, you'll see. Just go through and make sure you clean up all that gravel really good while you take the water down. I would have stopped a bit ago if it was only a 50% water change, but like I said, this was a big water change. That's where it got stuck. So I had to lift the siphon out of the water and get the gravel out and repump my siphon again to continue. I've got almost all the water out now. I'm going to dip my sponge into my old tank water, and I clean the front of the tank. I don't clean the sides unless absolutely necessary. I just like to keep the front really clean because that's where you see your fish. So, and this sponge is from Petco. It's specifically for glass tanks. They also have one for acrylic. Now I'm just treating my new water with the Seachem Prime, and it is 2 drops per gallon. I double up the dose though, since I don't have great water where I live. And while I let that sit, I am just going to rearrange a few of his things. Well, actually, I just rearranged his Anubias here, which is a great plant for low light tanks. They do really well. Good beginner plant. Now I'm just going to add in the bucket of dechlorinated water. It was kind of hard to do with one hand and filming with the other. You want to make sure your water's dechlorinated before you add it back to the tank. Just plug everything back in at this point. And right here, I'm going to add in my extra stuff, stability, which I add in at every water change, CO2 booster for my plants, which I add in daily, also 2 drops per gallon. And leaf zone also for my plants in there. Make sure you do the math and put the proper amount in for your tank. And here it is, all nice and ready to go. It's a very simple setup. It's at about 83 to 84 degrees. I did use slightly warmer water, so he's used to about 78 to 80, so it's not too much of a difference. I just put him back in at the top to let him acclimate, and I let him acclimate for about 15 to 20 minutes. I just use cups that I saved from buying plants in them. They are super useful for things like this. Then I just added him back in, and he's a nice and happy fish. It was that simple. Didn't take too long at all. And here I'm giving him some bloodworms for being such a good boy. He is flaring at himself in these next few clips, as it was night and I had the light on him and he could see his reflection really well. Also, you might actually notice he is a bit bloated during this time, which I did not notice at the time. And it turns out he was constipated, and a few days later he had a swim bladder problem. But currently at this time he is on the mend and doing much better and is no longer constipated. So just little things you gotta watch out for there. I didn't even notice until I watched this back that he was bloated for sure. But anyways, this is just him enjoying his freshly cleaned tank. And that's pretty much it. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I guess just enjoy the last little bit of little Leo swimming around. By the way, he is a opaque white half-moon male betta fish. Also wanted to mention that I recorded this on my iPhone 7, and I am using the iMovie editor app. So that actually went pretty well. It's been pretty easy so far. Struggled a bit with adding the music, but still working on it. And yeah, I hope the quality wasn't too bad. Hopefully in the future I can upgrade and make much better quality videos, but we shall see. So anyways, I just wanted to thank everyone for watching this. And it's my first voiceover, so ignore the awkward pauses. I will get better. And that's pretty much it now. So thank you guys again. Hope you come back to watch some more videos soon. Bye.